Hello guys, this is Josh. If it's your first time watching my videos, I like to share different social tips that you can use to increase your social skills. I also share different mindset tips, and occasionally I also make some vlog videos. So last episode we talked about how I can talk to everyone using 3 different tips. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. In this episode, I would like to discuss what are our intentions behind talking to people. Most of the time, there's at least one intention behind the conversation. If we learn and know how to recognize our intention, it's easier for us to know how to start a conversation and how to continue the conversation in order to fulfill the intentions. And also, you will know what people want from you if they are the one approaching you to start a conversation. Most of the time when we talk to people, there has to be at least one intention behind. There are some common intentions. The first one is getting attention from someone. The second one is asking for favors or questions. The third one is sharing or announcing a piece of information or personal opinions. If you're confused, it's okay. I'm gonna dive deep down and explain each of the intentions. The first intention would be getting attention from someone. We need to get attention from someone because it's usually nice to get attention from someone that we like or someone who we want to know. Maybe you want to get to know your classmates, maybe your co-workers. Most of the time, it makes us feel good to get attention from someone because that's the time that we feel like we're being seen. The second intention is when a person wants to ask questions or favors. We sometimes have the intention to ask for some help or questions from someone because sometimes we just need a hand from other people. Asking questions simply means that a person is asking for a piece of information. Maybe you're in the store and you want to find where tomatoes are. So you ask the staff instead of just looking for it for 10 minutes. The third intention would be sharing or announcing information or personal opinions. I think the third intention is the most common one that would happen in our life because we often want to share our opinions and discuss certain topics with people who we like. We have the need to announce information to this world, and that is why when your friends ask you a question that you really know about, you won't stop talking. If I combine the 3 intentions that I just mentioned, they become how you would start a conversation. First of all, you get the attention from someone by saying hi or tapping on their shoulder. Then you can ask them a question that you're curious about, which I mentioned in my previous video. After they answer your question, you can also share your opinions or ideas with them. The process works the same whether you approach others or when others approach you. So now you know the intentions that we usually have when we have a conversation with someone. By the way, this is exactly what I'm doing right now. The third intention, sharing pieces of information. Anyway, besides all that, I would like to share my personal intentions when I go approach people. The next 3 intentions that I'm gonna mention are going to change your social game. So let's talk about the first intention that I have when I go approach people who I don't know. Generally, I'm really curious about other people as well as human behaviors, so I like to talk to people and learn about it. In my mind, it's not weird if I go approach someone who I don't know. It is not a weird behavior, it is just a way to get to know someone. Because if you think about it, approaching someone who you don't know is just a way to get to know people, and there is nothing wrong with that. The reason that I'm saying this is because some people think that it's a weird thing if you don't know someone and then you try to go and talk to them. If that is the way I think, I would never go approach someone who I don't know, because then I would put on the label that I think I'm a weirdo too because I'm approaching someone who I don't know. So as a result, in my mind, I just want to get to know people. It is not weird for me to go and talk to people who I don't know. I'm just a human being. I like to know other human beings too, and that's it. That's my first intention. My second intention is to have fun in the conversation. I personally think that it is fun to talk to people who you don't know. because you're basically taking a risk. And trust me, it can be dangerous sometimes, but I would say 90% of the time, you'll be safe. You'll be okay. And as you get better at socializing, you'll be able to assess the situations. If you realize that something's going wrong, you can just leave the conversation. Anyway, let's get back to this. If my intention is to have fun in the conversation, and knowing that having that conversation is gonna make me happy, then it becomes a great intention to have, which is gonna encourage myself to go and talk to more people. On the other hand, if I don't enjoy the conversation, I can easily end it and talk to the next person. You have to know that you are not obligated to continue a conversation if you're not comfortable. And sometimes people don't like to be bothered as well. They may give you like a bad reaction, and don't worry, I promise you that I'm gonna make a video how to read people's reactions. Anyway, that is my second intention, to have fun in the conversation. My third intention is actually a little bit different from what you would imagine. My third intention would be like, I don't really need anything from you. I don't need to get your number, I don't need to get your email, I don't need to get anything from you. All I want is to start a conversation. And that is it. By doing this, you won't show that you're needy, which is why people get stressed when people approach them. By having this intention, or you can say mindset, you won't feel like you need something from someone. You're basically lowering your intention to get things from people. Let's say I want to get an employer's number or email. By having this intention, or you can say mindset, I would lower my expectation and be like, if I can just start a conversation with the employer, that would be enough. I do not need their number, information, anything. If I do get their information, number, email, that would be a bonus. For me, that is not the goal. The goal is to try and have the conversation with the employer. Trust me, if you have this intention behind your conversations, you won't feel bad about yourself when people say no to you. Because in your mind, your intention is to have a conversation with people who you don't know, and that is it. Everything else that you get from the conversation is a bonus. When people say no to you, when people don't share their information with you, you'll be able not to take it personally. I hope it makes sense. I personally think this is the most difficult intention to have, or the most difficult mindset to have when you're approaching to people who you don't know. Because the thing is, we often want to get something out of the conversation. Maybe you want to sell something or get a person's number. If you define the success based on the fact that you're starting the conversation and not getting the number or getting the sale, I would guarantee that you're gonna be more comfortable with socializing with people. Because having this mindset, intention, whatever you want to call it, it's gonna make you seem less needy, which is super important. Because when a person is needy, you can feel that they're trying to get things from you. Anyway, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to leave a comment, email me. I will 100% reply to your comment or your email, and I'll see you next time. Bye.